The Yankees are betting on continuity heading into the 2025 season. The roster is coming back almost intact from last year, even though the team will start the season with some important absences. Carlos Rodón won't be available at the beginning, Gerrit won't be ready for opening day, and Anthony Volpe will miss the start of the season. Even so, there's no real reason for concern. Last year, this was the best offensive team in Major League Baseball, leading the league in home runs, runs batted in, runs scored, slugging percentage, OPS, and walks, while also finishing among the top teams in on-base percentage. That's why bringing back this same core, including the return of Cody Bellinger, should be seen as a strength, not a weakness. Let's take a look at what their projected lineup, starting rotation, bullpen, and defense could look like for the 2026 season. The leadoff hitter would be Trent Grisham, who is coming off the best season of his Major League career. In 2025, Grisham hit .235, crushed 34 home runs, drove in 74 runs, and posted an OPS of .812, providing unexpected power at the top of the lineup. Batting second would be none other than the captain, Aaron Judge. Last season was simply historic. He won the batting title, earned his third Most Valuable Player award, and captured his fifth Silver Slugger. Judge hit .331, blasted 53 home runs, drove in 114 runs, scored 137, collected 36 doubles, drew 124 walks, and finished with an on-base percentage of .457 and an OPS of 1,145. An offensive masterpiece. Batting third would be the left-handed Cody Bellinger, who is set to remain a Yankee for 5 more years, unless he decides to opt out of his contract. In 2025, Bellinger hit .272, launched 29 home runs, and drove in 98 runs, establishing himself as a key presence in the middle of the order. Hitting cleanup would be Ben Rice, who posted a batting average of .255 with 26 home runs and 65 runs batted in. The Yankees expect him to deliver a similar, or even better, season, as he still has room to grow and the potential to take a significant offensive step forward. The fifth hitter would be Giancarlo Stanton, who has 2 years remaining on his contract unless the club exercises its option for the 2028 season. Stanton hasn't completed a full season since 2018, but even so, in 2025, in just 77 games, he smashed 24 home runs and drove in 66 runs. His strikeout rate remains among the highest in the league, but if he can stay healthy, he could once again push toward 40 home runs. Batting sixth would be Jasson Jr., coming off a very strong season. He hit .242 with 31 home runs, 80 runs batted in, and 31 stolen bases. On top of that, he won the Silver Slugger Award and is currently viewed as the second best second baseman in Major League Baseball, according to MLB Network. The seventh spot in the order would go to Ryan McMahon, another hitter with a very high strikeout rate, hovering around 34%. However, the Yankees primarily acquired him for his elite defense. In 2025, McMahon hit .214 with 20 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Batting eighth would be Jose Caballero, who would step in for Anthony Volpe. Last season, he hit .236 with 5 home runs, 36 runs batted in, and 49 stolen bases, all in 314 at-bats, adding speed and versatility to the lineup. And hitting ninth would be catcher Austin Wells, who in 126 games posted a batting average of .219, connected for 21 home runs, and drove in 71 runs, providing power from the bottom of the lineup. Overall, the team's defense did not look bad at all during the 2025 season. While some positions were clearly stronger than others, the Yankees will feature solid defense across most of the field, combining range, arm strength, and reliable defenders who help prevent runs throughout the year. Behind the plate will be Austin Wells, who was a solid defensive catcher in 2025. With his glove, he gave the team several runs saved, standing out especially for his framing, consistently helping pitchers steal strikes. He blocked pitches in the dirt well and was about average when it came to controlling the running game. His pop time was average, but overall, he proved to be a dependable catcher and clearly above league average defensively. At first base will be Ben Rice, who offered fairly limited defense. He did not provide runs saved with the glove and did not stand out in terms of range, which is understandable given his limited experience at the position. His arm was below average, although arm strength is usually not a decisive factor at first base. Defensively, this was a position that did not add much value to the team. Second base will belong to Jasson Jr., who brought energy and solid range. During the season, he saved some runs with his defense, made plays on difficult balls, and covered plenty of ground in the infield. His arm was average for the position, and overall, he provided positive, athletic, and dynamic defense. At third base, Ryan McMahon stood out as one of the strongest defenders on the team. He saved multiple runs thanks to his excellent range and quick reactions at the hot corner. He featured a strong arm and regularly turned difficult plays into outs. Defensively, he established himself as a high-level third baseman. At shortstop will be Jose Caballero, who in 43 games provided a great deal of defensive stability. He showed good range, got to tough balls, and featured a solid arm for the position. While not flashy, he was very reliable, and his defense was clearly above average throughout the season. In left field, Cody Bellinger will be featured after playing 85 games at that position. He was a defensive difference maker, saving multiple runs with his range, covering gaps effectively, and showcasing a strong arm that helped control opposing runners. Overall, he was one of the most important defensive pieces in the outfield. In center field, Trent Grisham will be stationed after an uneven defensive season. Despite his experience at the position, he lost some runs in 2025, reached fewer difficult balls than expected, and his arm provided limited value. Defensively, it was not his best year. Right field will belong to Aaron Judge, who provided solid defense. He saved several runs with the glove, covered his area well, and featured a strong, accurate arm that discouraged runners from taking extra bases. While not the fastest outfielder, his size and reach made him a reliable defender in right field. On the bench, the Yankees will rely on versatile options such as J.C. Escara, Oswaldo Cabrera, Jasson Domínguez, and Ahmed Rosario, offering both defensive and offensive flexibility, allowing for rotations, rest days, and strategic adjustments. The starting rotation will not open the season with two of its main arms, and on paper, it looks somewhat weakened. Even so, it remains a rotation that could still get the job done if it stays healthy and receives the offensive support expected from this lineup. The rotation would be led by left-hander Max Fried, who is coming off a spectacular season. In 2025, he led Major League Baseball in wins with 19, lost just 5 games, posted an ERA of 2.86, struck out 189 batters, and threw 195 innings, clearly profiling as the ace of the staff. The second starter would be right-hander Cam Schlittler, who appeared in 14 games last season. He finished with an ERA of 2.96, recorded 84 strikeouts, and logged 73 innings, showing strong performance when given the opportunity. The third spot in the rotation could belong to Will Warren, who carried a significant workload in 2025. He pitched in 33 games, posted an ERA of 4.44, struck out 171 batters over 162 innings, and finished with a record of 9 wins and 8 losses. The fourth starter would be left-hander Ryan Weathers, who was limited by injuries last season. He appeared in just 8 games, but when available, he recorded an ERA of 3.99 with 37 strikeouts in 38 innings. The fifth starter would be Luis Gil, another arm affected by injuries. In 2025, he appeared in 11 games, finished with a record of 4 wins and 1 loss, posted an ERA of 3.32, and struck out 41 batters in 57 innings pitched. The bullpen would be led by closer David Bednar, followed by Camilo Doval, Fernando Cruz, Tim Hill, Jake Bird, Paul Blackburn, Ryan Yarbrough, and Cade Winquist, giving the team multiple relief options depending on game situations. The real problem for the Yankees last season was not the offense, but the pitching, which collapsed in the postseason against Toronto. However, once Gerrit Cole and Carlos Rodón return, the rotation should become significantly stronger. This team has what it takes to return to the postseason and compete, even if Toronto enters as the more complete and favored team after reinforcing its roster even further.